Hey, this is Anthony from RevZilla. See if you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Alpinestars Super Touring GTX boot, available at RevZilla.com. New in the Alpinestars line, this is the Super Touring GTX. I love super, what a great word. If we look at it, we're gonna recognize it. It's basically the big brother to the Monofuse, which is a 4-season Gore-Tex full grain leather tech-inspired take on touring. So if we think about touring, you have your traditional boots, your European traditional boots. You have a boot like the Web from Alpinestars, which is just that classic look. The Monofuse came along and said, we're kind of beefed up on performance-enhancing technology, and now you have the Super Touring GTX, which takes a half-height Monofuse, and it adds 4 more inches to it. So in my opinion, this is a sport touring 4-season waterproof breathable boot. And again, you're investing in Gore-Tex and you're around the $400 mark. So waterproof, breathable, guaranteed for life to the highest standard. You're using all full grain leather, 2.0 mil grade cowhide. And the beauty of it is it has a unique style, but I'm not gonna call it adventure touring, and here's why. Something like the Toucan's a little bit more rugged, aggressive, and off-road in the A-Stars line. Again, a little bit of a technical big brother. But the thing about this that surprised me that I actually really liked is that your Super Touring is actually a 5 or 6 out of 10 on the stiff scale. So while you have a reinforced shank, it's not overly cumbersome, not overly heavy. Great look, stylized, but you can walk around in it for longer periods of time than you typically can in a stiffer soled touring boot. So to that degree, I think it's a little bit more unique. And again, if you're looking more traditional touring, there's 78 options out there for you. If you're looking for something that's a little more tech-inspired, a little bit more nuanced and contemporary, this is gonna be where you go with it. Now, quick note on fitment. No issues with the A-Stars fit. Again, it's going to be fine for the American market, fine from a width standpoint, use a size chart. Alpinestars traditionally doesn't have an issue with serving the needs of the US. They're not overly narrow, so just use that size chart. Remember, we ship for free over 39 bucks. What I'd really love to hear from you is your comments, your questions, your feedback on the new Super Touring GTX. Subscribe to us at RevZilla TV by clicking our logo and become part of our following. Now, if we look at the boot, some of the other things that are going to jump out, especially if you haven't seen the Monofuse before, it's got the micrometric ratchet buckle. And notice that it's seated within this large TPU that actually acts as a slider, and if you were to go down laterally on a low side crash on it, it can't release because you'll notice it's very smartly designed. There's my ratchet, here's my release, and it comes out, so you have the ability to tighten this down and keep it on your ankle and really guard against the crash. From an entry and exit standpoint, remember your Gore-Tex, so you have a gaiter that goes all the way up. And again, it's gonna open this way. There's my gaiter for entry and exit. Now, if you look at it, you might be looking for that zipper to allow you to get in and out much more easily, but what they've done, that's the beauty of the Monofuse, is you have the ability to pull this ratchet out and completely open up the boot. So now you don't have to worry about it. You can expose that all the way. You see how high your gaiter comes up, and now you've alleviated the need for the extra zipper. They make it simple, and that micrometric ratchet is very simple to use. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna turn to the side. I'm gonna put my ratchet strap right back in. I'm gonna ratchet it down. There we go. That's simply, and I'm gonna line the top of my boot back up, pull my Velcro down, and now I'm good to go. And if you'll notice, it's 4 inches taller than the Monofuse. It's about $100 more. You're paying for an additional $25 an inch for Gore-Tex, along with the TPU going all the way up and giving you that full height touring boot, which is something the Monofuse really comes in that mid-range on. Now, we talked about full grain leather. They use full grain leather because over top of your Gore-Tex, it's gonna maximize the breathability. Remember, Gore-Tex is that layer that keeps Mother Nature out, but when your foot starts to sweat, it allows the perspiration and it allows it to evaporate through the membrane. If we look at it, they gave you elasticated bellows that are actually done in full grain leather all the way up the boot, and then really nice finishing touches here. You have your shift panel, but notice it's dual and recess stitched. So overuse over time, you're never gonna really tear out those stitches. You'll be good to go. From a sole standpoint, we talked about that 5 or 6 out of 10, makes it a little more walkable, makes it a little more usable. It is an Alpinestars touring style sole. You do have a shank at the midsole reinforcing it. And again, it's non-slip. It has a nice feel to it, has a good amount of shock resistance, but it doesn't feel overly technical. And again, there's 1,000 overly technical boots in this category. This guy kind of skirts that contemporary, Italian-inspired, technology-inspired, but really usable category. Remember, in the family tree of Alpinestars, you have something like the Web Gore-Tex, you have the Monofuse that lives below this as well. They're shorter height boots. Then from here you go into the Toucan. That's really how that Gore-Tex family tree unfolds. The next step in your journey though is to click the info button. Visit RevZilla.com on the product page and read other rider reviews of the new Super Touring GTX from Alpinestars. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we're gonna ship for free over 39 bucks. And if you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us on the YouTubes. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.